Were promised a shot at making it in the modeling industry. Dozens of families paid hundreds of dollars apiece to walk in a fashion show. But the show was canceled, and there are questions about all that money.
You've taken a lot of money from us, and all I wanted was for my kid to be, not, like a big-time star, but exposure.
Channel 2 Investigates is tracking down the promoter and the cash. Robert Arnold discovered that the woman behind the promises did not want to be found. Robert reveals what happened when he showed up at her house.
She's calling me about y'all.
We're going to start our story where it ends.
Didn't want y'all here.
Talking with Montgomery County Sheriff's deputies outside this Porter area home.
Thank you, Mr. Arnold. Do appreciate you.
Our story begins nearly 2 months ago.
And she's a young mom.
We first met Kiana Carpenter in March. She runs Kids Fashion Parade Houston. She reached out to KPRC because a fashion show she was planning was in jeopardy. The venue where the show was going to be held suddenly closed its doors.
Maybe someone will hear or see our story.
And this wasn't supposed to be just a fashion show. Carpenter told us it would benefit Laken Etheridge, a 3-year-old dying of cancer.
I try not to believe the doctors, and we're hoping for a miracle.
Soon after our initial story ran, we got a call from another parent.
All I wanted was for my kid to be, not, like a big-time star, but exposure,
And Carpenter promised that exposure. That's why Brittany Kane paid $300 for her daughter Layla to be part of the show.
There's going to be a lot of scouts there. There's going to be a lot of people there.
Layla was far from the only child who paid to be part of the fashion show. Carpenter claimed dozens of kids were signed up for the event. Each one charged a contestant fee. Stephanie Camp says Carpenter was persistent in recruiting her daughter.
She wants to take her career and launch it.
And while parents were paying money to get their children exposure, Carpenter was presenting the event online as a benefit for a child with cancer. It was that part of the pitch that got this Austin designer to make nearly 30 outfits for the show, all for free.
Everybody spent time, money, and energy to get to this special event to prepare for this special child.
The Luxe Event Boutique even provided a venue for free, again, believing it would benefit Laken.
We were going to decorate, we were going to do ceiling drapes, the canopy, the chair sashes. Everything was going to be comped for this child.
But none of it happened. Moms like Camp showed up, only to find a locked door.
It's been canceled. We've been taken for our money.
So what happened? Laken's family started getting concerned about what Carpenter was doing with the money she'd raised.
My sister was talking to her and asked her where all the money was that was supposed to go to Laken, and she could never text her back or say where the money was.
And in addition to charging parents, tickets were sold online in a website soliciting donations for Laken linked to Carpenter's own account.
It was just a big mess.
So the family pulled out. That's when the owner of the Luxe Event Boutique told Carpenter without the family, she could still have the fashion show, but would have to pay to rent the space.
I'm not here to benefit your company. I'm here to donate to this child.
Carpenter didn't pay the rental fee, so the event didn't happen.
I came from Austin. Some people came from Atlanta, Dallas, Louisiana.
And parents want to know what happened to their money.
I'm personally affected by her actions.
We wanted to ask Carpenter about the money.
Kiana, just come out and talk to us.
We tried calling and texting Carpenter and even stopped by her house. She called the sheriff's office.
It doesn't look like she wants to come out, so.
Well, I think your presence says that. Says that.
I think so.
During one phone conversation with Carpenter, she told us she would refund parents their money, but that hasn't happened yet. Over the weekend, she did send an email explaining she was now planning a lawsuit against the owner of the event venue. Meanwhile, Laken's mother has filed a report with the sheriff's office asking for an investigation into the entire ordeal. Robert Arnold, KPRC, Channel 2 News.